Well, it's a very significant decision from Judge Barbier in New Orleans, now finding BP grossly negligent. It's important because that finding allows the fines under the Clean Water Act to be quadrupled, up to $4,300 per barrel of oil. The next phase of the trial will be how much oil spilled into the Gulf. You multiply those together, and by some estimates, it's $17 billion. That goes back to the United States government and returned to the states under the Restore Act, which, of course, our congressman and our delegation supported. So, it could be any 15, 20% of that money coming back to the state. It's premature to say how much money that will be, but it'll be very significant, and it'll be generational type of money for the protection of the environment along the Gulf Coast.
Right. How will that impact the shrimper, the charter boat captain, the person who lost money because of lost bookings? Will it impact them, or will it impact just the state?
It will really just impact the state. Indirectly, it'll impact all of our citizens because it'll provide opportunities for new developments and things along the Gulf Coast for future generations. The individuals who were damaged, the fishermen and the business owners and men and women who lost business and businesses closed, they are covered by the settlement with the private parties and BP. That's being administered by a special master appointed by the court. BP had some problems with that and objected to it. That has been resolved in favor of the injured individuals and companies, and so that money is flowing again to them. Third part of the equation is our state economic damages. When the coastline was covered with oil, our economy shut down. We lost a tremendous amount of tax revenue all the way throughout the state. That money should have gone to the general fund, and as you know, our general fund needs every dime it can get. And so our goal is to have a trial next year here in Montgomery, here in Alabama, that will try the amount of those damages and get that money back into the general fund where it's been missing.
Do you think there's any risk of BP just declaring bankruptcy and saying, we're just not going to pay anything, this is too expensive?
I don't think there is a danger of that. BP's a major, one of the most successful international companies in the world. They have reserved a lot of money towards making this whole, which is of course the promise that they made from the very beginning. We will make this situation right. We'll stay here as long as it takes to do the right thing. And that's really what we're asking them to do. It's very possible that this decision from Judge Barbier last week will create an incentive now for BP to go back and think about settling the whole case and all of its parts, put it behind them, do the right thing for the citizens of the Gulf Coast and our citizens in Alabama. That ball's sort of in their court, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think oil and gas companies, other companies, have gotten a message through all this?
I do. I think the oil and gas industry is a tremendous industry, and it's been fantastically beneficial to our economy in Alabama. They employ hundreds of thousands of people directly and indirectly. They have a fantastic record of safety. I have some experience personally before I went to law school in that industry, and I know the emphasis they put on safety. This is probably a wake-up call, on making sure you don't cut corners just for extra profits, that you make sure you continue to put safety first. And I suspect they'll continue to enjoy a good record. I'm not concerned about that.